it is time for the sequel to last year's flying to Denver to play Imperial Assault Regionals. I am once again in the Tucson airport waiting to fly out to Denver to play Imperial Assault Regionals. I am playing Spectre Cell because I have had very little time to practice. I like the way my minis are painted, and I like the characters from the show. It being probably a little overpowered is helpful when I am kind of rusty. So I suppose I should list my command deck, which it's a pretty meta command deck. It'll appear right here, because by the time this video gets edited, I'll have remembered it. Magic.
MasterCard discovered American Express logo.
It's the morning of the tournament, and there's a lot of pressure. Starting to get a little nervous, I guess. My knees are weak. My palms are sweaty. Starting to doubt my command deck already. Mom's spaghetti. No, it does. It sounds like there's going to be around 10 people there, so my odds of making top 8 are pretty good. I haven't even considered the chances of me making top 4 or winning, because that never happens to me. It's never happened, so I'm not really going to think about it too much. I'm going to try and win 2 games. Last year a bunch of people came down from Utah. That's not happening this year. Hopefully Spectre Cell can overpower my way to getting some dice. It's going to feel real bad if I don't get dice through all this weight. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of look forward to the day where organized play stops supporting Imperial Assault, only because I'm honestly pretty anxious about making top 8. Really want to get these dice. None of the other games, I don't chase any of the promo items like I do for Imperial Assault. Legion, X-Wing, if I get them, I get them, but if I don't get them, I don't care. Whatever. I just play the game. Imperial Assault, I'm trying to stay complete on all the Altar cards, and I really want to get the dice, and it makes playing the game, my favorite game, a lot more stressful than I think I want it to be. I want to get the dice.
6.5 hours later.
The tournament's over. It's nighttime. So here's what happened. It was a long day. These tournaments usually are. So, round 1. Play against John. John is running IG-88 with Focus on the Kill, Greedo, R2-D2, regular HK assassin droids, scavenged weaponry, C-3PO, BT-1, and an Elite Jawa. We're playing on the Tarkin lab map with the Rogue AI. That's the whack-a-mole one. So this one went kind of quick. IG-88 came in and he put a lot of damage on Kanan. You used Blaze of Glory on him. Kanan died. I don't remember who finished him off. It was IG-88, one of the HKs. The HK shot at Kanan. He ended up hanging on by 1 health, which might have been killed. I think John forgot to add the extra damage from scavenged weaponry. I would have reminded him. I forgot about that too. I never see that card. Kanan got roughed up. Ezra killed IG-88. I think I lost Kanan and Hera. I killed his HKs, the R2, IG-88, Chopper, killed the Jawa with a Ram. So that was round 1. Weird thing about round 1 is John and I were the only people playing. There were, I think, around 7 players, down from last year. You have to check last year's video, but so everybody besides John and I had a first round bye from a store championship. So everybody else was just sitting around round 1, and John and I were the only 2 people playing round 1. So round 2, I'm playing Matt, who also has Spectre Cell. He had a really cool custom job on his Sabine, where she had a jetpack. The difference is his Spectre Cell had, he had motivation on Zeb, whereas I have extra armor. Something I learned today is that having initiative with Spectre Cell sucks, especially when you're playing against another Spectre Cell, because you can't pass because you have the same number of stuff. And like when you have Chopper, you want to wait to go with Chopper until someone has gone to the terminal. Well, I know that he also has Chopper, and since he goes second, his Chopper can wait out my Chopper. Do I want to send Chopper to the terminal and let him get zapped, or not send him to terminal? And I'd never, I guess, been in that situation before, so I don't know, maybe it would have been worth it to just get the card draw and say, bye Chopper. This was, we were playing on U-Screw on the one with the droids that run around. His Ezra covered a whole bunch of ground, got over to my Sabine, smacked her a bit, she ran away. Ezra next round killed my Chopper, so Chopper did absolutely nothing for me. His Chopper, meanwhile, sitting there getting him extra cards. His Zeb rushes over there too, It was just a big brawl down there. I did actually manage to kill his Kanan and his Zeb. I think I must have killed his Sabine too, because then it was his Chopper, Hera, and Ezra versus my Ezra, Hera, and Sabine. I was dropping some Rebel Graffiti because at the end I actually had Ezra drop it because it was the last round. So Sabine used it and then Ezra used it. His Ezra came from my Sabine, and it was, if I roll a dodge, I'll win. And I didn't. Sabine died, puts him at 36 points. I had 35 points. Each droid scores. The final score of that match was 42 points him, 41 points me, so I lose. Round 3, I got a bye because since everybody else had a bye in round 1, except John and I, John got to bye round 2, so for round 3, I was the only player who hadn't had a bye already, so I got the bye for round 3. So then round 4, I'm playing against Dan. Again, if you go back and watch last year's regional report video, I think Dan was the first person I played. He beat me last year, so I was back coming for revenge. So we're playing on the Tarkin one again. This is the one with the weapon pickups, which I'll tell you what, Luke with an extra red die, not great. Yeah, he had C-3PO, Gideon, R2-D2, Jedi Luke, Elite Saboteurs, which is something I haven't seen in a long time.
A long time.
Mac, and Ahsoka. Oh, he also had an Alliance Smuggler. I mean, I sit down and I look at the list, I'm like, Saboteurs? Mac? I'm like, okay. Besides the one guy, let's call him Neo, he rolled a bunch of dodges. One of the 2 Saboteurs. Should have been dead a long time ago, wasn't. Those 2 Saboteurs came up and started smacking Sabine, put a lot of damage on her, way more than I would have expected. They were focused, of course, from Gideon and 3PO. But the big thing was they stunned her. They stunned her 2 turns in a row. She was just worthless. The Alliance Smuggler managed to stun Kanan because he had an extra yellow die, so he got a stun on Kanan. Ezra got stunned by the Rebel Saboteur, who should have been dead a long time ago. That's killer. Can't use Spectre Cell, can't use Ezra's start of round movement when you're stunned. Stun. Stun is brutal on Spectre Cell, and those guys were able to consistently land it. So Sabine got, I was about to say knocked up. She was not knocked up, she was knocked around. Zeb came to help her out, killed one of the Saboteurs, the other one, like I said, kept not dying. Luke, with his newly acquired red die, came in to say hello to Zeb and Sabine, killed both of them in one turn. Hera, I think she had been attacked by Ahsoka earlier. Oh yeah, let's rewind a bit. First thing that happened, Ahsoka covered 8 squares, killed Chopper, turn 1. Hera took some damage somehow, I don't remember. Hera was hanging on by 1 health pretty much the whole game. After Luke took out Zeb and Sabine, Luke made his way over and he finished off Kanan and Ezra. I think also in 1 turn, maybe it was 2 turns. The game started real positive because I dropped 5 damage on Luke with Sabine round 1. I was like, alright, this is off to a good start, I gotta get rid of Luke. It didn't happen. Those Saboteurs came up, started stunning Sabine. She couldn't go anywhere, couldn't see anything. Her parting gift wasn't doing much damage. So the final score to that game ended up being 27 to 40. Hera was the only one of my figures alive at the end of that. So, if you're looking for a Spectre killer, Mac and Elite Saboteurs and Alliance Smuggler and Jedi Luke, they can get it done. Mac didn't do anything, if you were wondering. He kind of snuck around the backside, shot at Ezra, did no damage. Ezra walked over there, killed him. He did use Comm Disruption on, I don't remember which one of my cards, but it was a good card that probably would have made a difference, even if I don't remember it right now, because it's been a long day, I haven't eaten much. But yeah, that was a great and creative list, so good job, Dan. Now, at the end of Swiss, I am 2-2, and don't think I'm going to make top 4. I already got the dice for top 8, because I guess there was few enough players. So, I mean, that already took all the pressure off, but now I'm like, can I bring this trophy home? I've never done that before. I've never won regionals. Sitting at 2-2, I don't think I'm gonna get top 4. And I make top 4 because one of the guy, John, he left, another guy left. Yeah, and then Jesse, I think, the one who was running the tournament, he had a really cool list. Jabba, Hondo, Temporary Alliance, Sabine, Greedo. I don't remember what else, but it was basically built to cheese command points. So, you know, Hondo, Sabine's Rebel Graffiti, Jabba doing stuff, Black Market. There was a lot of like command point stuff happening. It was really cool. Yeah, so I made top 4 due to a lot of people dropping, I guess. So in top 4 I played Matt again, the one with the cool Sabine, the other Spectre cell. We played Blitz, and I put my chopper down first and sent him over to my terminal. He put his chopper down and basically went as close to my chopper as he could get. And then I put one of my other people down and they went the other side. And then all of his people ended up going where my chopper was because I saw him building up over there. And I already started building up down here. I put all my guys down. So all my guys are down at the bottom of the map, except for Chopper. He's staring down the whole other Spectre cell. So again, with initiative, I'm like, what am I gonna do with my chopper? At least initiative sort of helped me this time because I got to go first and have Chopper haul ass out of there. Even though Chopper didn't do anything except I think he sat on a control thing. So I had no terminals the whole time. I had no card draw. It was a very not good. His Ezra killed my Ezra with, he played Tools for the Job, and my Ezra rolled I don't know if he had a blank or whatever, but with Ezra's Pierce 3, it doesn't really matter what you roll on defense against Ezra. With Tools for the Job and Hera call the shots, he put 10 damage on Ezra. On my undamaged Ezra, his Ezra killed it in 1 attack. I think I killed his Kanan and Sabine and maybe Zeb. That feels like a lot. Because I ended up with Chopper and Hera at the end. They were the only ones who survived that. I think I just killed his Kanan and his Zeb. The final score was 19-42. He beat me, so not quite the 41-42 we had before. Yeah, I was definitely outplayed there. It was a pretty brutal match. He went on to the final match. The other 2 people in the top 4 was Dan, and I didn't play him either. He had Spectre Cell. He was Steve? I think his name was Steve. Dan lost to that Spectre Cell in the top 4. So the final was Spectre Cell versus Spectre Cell. I think he also had motivation on his. Perfectly mirrored, unlike before where I had extra armor, he had motivation. So I haven't seen the results yet, but I am pretty sure Spectre Cell won, also lost. So the top 4 was 3 Spectre Cell and that Ahsoka Luke Spies list, which I really like. So that was the regionals. It was great. I got a lot of crazy swag from like custom cards and tokens from local events. And because I got so much stuff, I'm gonna give it to you, the viewer, the loyal viewer who's been with us since we had 1 subscriber. Right now, I'm gonna give away Boba Fett expansion for Imperial Assault, Chopper alternate art card, and a Imperial Assault point style. There is a lot of stuff. We're gonna be giving away more stuff on our Twitter, and if you join our Discord server, we're going to be doing some giveaways on there. I guess follow our Twitter and our YouTube and hop on our Discord if you want to be privy to more of these Imperial Assault giveaways in the future, soon after this video comes out. But if you want to win this, just, oh, I don't know, I haven't thought that far yet. Leave a comment, for sure. Leave a comment, and then subscribe. I think that's it. That's good enough. I mean, you could like this video. I don't know if this is likable, because I decided to record this before, you know, getting sleep. Yeah, just comment and subscribe and you'll be eligible to win. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. If I want to give these to different people, or if maybe if only one of you leaves a comment, then you'll get all 3 of these. We'll see what feels the most fair. Because I want more people to get more things, even if that means I have to pay 3 different shipping fees. Thanks for putting up with this. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it and learned that I learned that Spectre Cell. Ugh. That's all I have to say about Spectre Cell. I feel dirty. Win stuff. Comment. I don't know how. Keep talking. I'll just sit here. You're still watching. Okay, bye.